So tonight I went out to eat and I have had the worst craving for ice cream all day. So your girl honors her cravings and I got me some ice cream. Hey guys, welcome to my second official YouTube video on finding self-love in your 20s. I just want to start off by saying that I just got home from getting my eyebrows waxed, so if you see a little like abnormal redness going on up here, I apologize. So I had some requests on my last video to do a vlog on intuitive eating. Okay, so what is intuitive eating? Intuitive eating, I don't believe has one straight definition. The most basic definition is eating what your body craves, whether that's chicken and vegetables for one meal or a Kit Kat bar at midnight. It's literally listening to your body, listening to your hunger cues, and eating when you're hungry. But, it depends on who you ask, what YouTube video you watch. I think intuitive eating can be different for everybody. So what my definition of intuitive eating might be completely different on what your definition is. So I just kind of want to give you a little bit of a background to my journey to intuitive eating. Like I mentioned on my last vlog, I've been on some sort of diet my entire life. I tracked macros for, I'd say probably about 3 years. So I had my Fitness Pal on my phone, and I would literally log proteins, fats, and carbs every single day. And this worked for me for a while, especially when I was trying to make sure that I was eating more, when I was prepping for my competition. Hi, buddy. And, for a while, it worked really well. As every other diet did, it turned into an obsession. I would literally go nuts if I did not hit every single macro to a T by the end of the night. And if I went over, I would go even crazier. I remember that sometimes I would have like an untracked day, and literally I would binge. I would eat everything because I finally felt like, oh my gosh, food is free. It's not like I'm restricted to having this many carbs or this many fats. And I'm not saying that flexible dieting is a bad thing. For some people it works really well, but for somebody like me who had such a bad history and relationship with food in the past, flexible dieting for me just made me feel restricted. So when I did have these untracked days, it was like food freedom. So that's why in 2015, when I decided to start my self-love journey, I completely gave up counting macros. Okay, now where intuitive eating for me has been a struggle is, I was still almost tracking calories per meal in my head. I was still weighing out portions of my food, to ensure that I could keep track of my portion sizes. So, for some, especially when you first start out with intuitive eating, that can work really well. But again, I was always, being stuck on a number. I always had a number in my head dictating how much I was allowed to eat. So, I've slowly been progressing out of that. And last year, I had, my ups and downs with intuitive eating. But this last month, I have truly made a gigantic step, and I have completely stopped counting any sort of calorie. So I literally just get out my food and I put it in a bowl or on my plate, and I've really just been focusing on eating that. And if I'm still hungry, I eat more. And it's been even more freeing. I can't explain. Just like not being based off a number has just felt like a huge burden has been lifted off of my shoulders. I am still currently trying to break away from the food scale. I do occasionally weigh my protein. Being a bodybuilder, I've always just been like in my head, like I have to eat protein. And so I'm trying to just realize that if my body's craving carbs, it's okay. I don't have to always have protein with every meal. I don't always have to have carbs after my workout. And that's okay to just eat what my body desires. So I'm trying to learn that right now, and I have made huge strides. So my next big step will just to completely be free of the food scale, but I feel like I'm almost there and I'm so excited. And another part of my intuitive eating journey has been eating foods in my diet that I was normally afraid of. When I was counting macros, I was always following a low-fat diet because my body just tends to work better with a higher carb, moderate protein, lower fat diet. So I was always buying like the fat-free cheese, cooking my vegetables with water, you name it, anything I could do to avoid fat, I would. So this year especially, I've been focusing on, cooking with coconut oil, eating avocado, eating more peanut butter because who doesn't love peanut butter? Doing things that I can do to incorporate more healthy fats into my diet. And I have noticed that I've just had more energy, having just a really well balanced group of foods in my daily diet has helped me tremendously. And it's helped me to let go of that fear that certain foods are bad. For example, this weekend, I've been craving chocolate like no other. And instead of saying, no, Nicole, you're not allowed to have chocolate, it's bad for you, I just go and I have some chocolate. And then once I have some, the craving goes away and I feel satisfied. In the past, I would have told myself that chocolate was not allowed, and I guarantee that it would have led me to eating 500 calories worth of chocolate. So that's been my journey to intuitive eating. It's definitely been a long process. It's not easy. I'm not going to say tomorrow you're going to wake up and just be able to quit counting macros. But if it's something that, you want to start, then start slow. That was the thing that worked for me the best. But again, you have to do what works for you. And I also want to end with a book that I started reading when I first started intuitive eating. It's called Intuitive Eating, and it's by Evelyn Trobelli. I will put the link down below. And it really helped me just to kind of learn, why listening to your body's hunger cues is so important, and why you need to put yourself first and make being healthy your end goal. So if you guys could please comment below and let me know some other topics you would like me to cover, I would be so appreciative. And thank you all for your support and love, and I wish you a wonderful week. And remember, you are enough.